Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Doc. It's your girl, BD, and Florence, the fiance, is on hiatus. So today, we have another special guest. Before I introduce him, though, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who listens to our show, because they did the whole, Spotify Wrapped thing the other day, and I was like, oh, mad. Growth, crazy. Shout out to you, man. Also, this is very relevant to our guest because our guest will have similar feelings to me about this because he makes music for people with taste. All right. Also, he breaks bread, then he breaks backs. Yeah. It's Kwaku, Asante.
Hello. What's going on?
Welcome to the podcast.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Why sound so like?
I'm on the mic and I had to.
Why sound so formal?
No, I'm not formal. I'm here. Don't worry.
We are drinking today. We're drinking. What did I get? I got a port, Fletcher's Ruby Reserve Porto. It's from Aldi.
Wow.
I know it doesn't look like it, does it?
It doesn't. It's in a very, very
sophisticated kind of bottle. And it's cute because it's mini. And I saw it was mini and I was like, yeah, this is a bit of me because it's cute, yeah.
Okay, cool, I got you.
Do you want to try it? Kwaku was going to drink it. I said, absolutely not. You must wait for the thingy. Go on.
Cheers.
You're going clank, clank. Oh, yeah, look me in my eye. Oh, this is good, you know.
That's very nice.
That's not giving Aldi, is it?
Nah. This is upper echelon.
It's giving M&S.
Facts.
It's giving Waitrose. No, it's good. Boy.
Ooh, I won't lie, man. Like this is kind of something I want on a little date, little warm. Yeah, man. Like I can feel the fireplace there.
The vibes, yeah. It is giving fireplace.
It's warm and sweet. It's very, very nice.
I'm gonna put more. I know it's port and we should relax. Give me your thing. Let's see what happens.
Oh, is it strong?
Yeah, you only meant to have a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Because it's port.
Alive and well.
You've been sipping bare, fam.
Yeah.
It's alright though. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we praise God.
All right, so today's documentary is called, God Forbid, The Sex Scandal That Brought Down a Dynasty. Okay, it's a Hulu documentary. You can watch it on Hulu. You can watch it on Disney Plus. Yeah, and it's what did you think about the documentary? We've been trying so hard not to discuss it all day. Yeah, but I thought it was a really good documentary.
I loved it because it has a lot of things that I'm interested in and I find fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
The whole church thing.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm so glad that you said that.
Because that's what I started it. Like
literally, okay, so everyone who doesn't know, we met at church, innit? So like there's just so much. It's just crazy because it's like this documentary has everything that you would want in a documentary.
And it's just, some of it's just odd behaviour.
It's ridiculous. It's like, I don't think, that anyone could have written this as fiction. Like, it's mad.
It's like when you see some of these programs, or films. Like, I watched a film the other day called Run.
Oh, well, where? On Netflix?
On Netflix, yeah.
Is it good?
It was actually really good.
Okay,
and I was like, would
this happen in real life?
It's stuff like this that makes you believe this is probably happening somewhere.
Yeah, and it probably has happened in some,
And there's something, when it comes to that rich, conservative white people.
Listen to me.
Them man are freaky.
There is a certain level of depravity that I think only comes with a certain level of money. I feel like it's a thing where you have so much money, that like you just have to be fucked because what else can you do? Like, the world is literally your oyster. Like, you can literally do whatever you've ever wanted to do.
And also, it's also a case of they got married really young, right?
Yeah. Mate.
She didn't live out nothing.
Okay. Let's get into this, yeah? So the documentary opens up with us meeting this guy. His name is Giancarlo Granda, and he is basically the center of this whole documentary, So at the whole time this thing happens, he's working as this pool attendant in this hotel called the Fontainebleau, and it's some fancy Miami hotel. Like, it's just a vibe. Rich, beautiful people kind of stay there. So it's March 2012 and Giancarlo is at work. He sees this woman staring at him. She's taking pictures of him and she's like in her 40s. He is like 20 at best. Yeah.
He's 20 at the start.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, cool. She's taking pictures of me. And she comes along, she shoots her shot and she suggests that they go back to her hotel room. And he's like, yeah, calm, like, let's do this, yeah. And then she's like to him, oh yeah, like, that's cool, you can come, but obviously just one thing to note is that my husband likes to watch, yeah? Bam, introduction. That's it. You're like, whoa, like, what's going on here? Because it just throws you into the deep end. Like, if you knew nothing about this story, you're just like, the fuck? Because I listened to a podcast about this before, so I kind of knew what was going on, But if I didn't know anything, I would have been like, wait.
And one other thing as well is, obviously I watched the trailer that you sent me. What I just thought it was was like it happened once, but then on the intro it says the length straight away. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so there's way more to this story than I thought.
And the thing is that even this part of it that seems crazy is not even the maddest part. Like this is literally, it's like this is the Trojan horse, that got us to basically what the documentary is really about.
Yeah, of course.
Which is like,
it's like the whole it's like was it like the butterfly effect?
Yeah.
100%.
If this one thing, literally.
It literally is, and it's like this one little thing
made this massive effect. Yeah,
obviously, like he just felt guilty, innit?
Yeah, so we learn about Giancarlo. He grew up in Westchester, Florida. So we meet his sister. Her name's Lilia. She's 7 years older than him, and she's just like, he's a cute guy. He's a normal guy, right? They grew up normal, like religious Catholic family. He's very personable, and he's a normal guy until he gets addicted to video games, right? And because of that, he starts to withdraw from everyone. Not even like on a little thing. Like this was actually a big deal. Like he actually was like not chatting to anyone, blah, blah, blah. He had a problem, yeah. So then he starts working out and like comes out of his shell. And then that's when he becomes the pool guy at that job. It kind of helped him to become a normal guy. The Fontainebleau, yeah. So it's like that job kind of brought him out of him.
For sure.
Yeah. And it's like, I didn't think this bit was relevant, until like later on. Because it's like, he was this one guy, he gets this job, he becomes this other better guy. And then it's like, the fact that he worked there kind of led to his downfall. So it's kind of really sad.
Because he was still at school, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a young buck. Like, he was actually mad young. So we go back to the cougar, yeah. So Giancarlo tells his sister what he's about to do, which is crazy because I mean, I have a sister, so I probably would tell her, but I don't think I would tell my brother if I was going to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, if it was as in if he had a brother?
Yeah, because he tells his sister, his older sister, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, like this.
Oh, you want to tell the opposites?
Yeah, like when I don't think I would have.
Absolutely not. I would have only told I would not tell my sister. There's no way in heaven. No.
My elder sister.
But I don't know what. Obviously, different dynamics are different, innit?
And also, they're probably mad close. I think it's good that he did tell her because otherwise, he's literally alone in this, and that would have fucked him. So he tells her she's gonna do it, and then she's like, "Well, okay, don't," but he does it anyway. So we don't know her name right now, but her name is Becki. Yeah, she's the cougar. So she rents a hotel room in a different hotel. So remember, they're staying at the Fontainebleau. I think it was like the Holiday or Days Inn or some
Days Inn. No,
some
Days
shit
Inn.
hotel.
No,
Yeah,
as in on the graphic.
Yeah. It's had
Days Inn.
There because their children are staying in the hotel in the Fontainebleau and they don't want to get baited out. Yeah, mad. Remember the children? They're coming back. Yeah, cool. So on his way, he's trying to talk himself out of it, but then he's like, fuck it, like, let me just do it. So she introduces herself as Becki, gives him Jack Daniels, which is the devil's juice. Honestly, fucking nigga juice, yeah, fam. And so then Giancarlo explains what happens when they get into the room.
It's a small hotel room, there's 2 beds. As I walk in, it's just her husband. He's laying on the bed, jeans are unzipped, he's having a drink, kind of giggling to himself because he's excited. It's small talk, trying to just get comfortable with each other. And I told the husband, I'm like, hey, if you get jealous or you don't like this and you don't want me here, just let me know and I'll walk out, no problem. Oh no, don't worry about it, just go for it. I'm gonna sit right here and you guys do your thing.
So basically, they just do their thing and the husband is there watching, which like is.
But it's the whole like that whole like, you know when people talk about like, you know, cuckolding.
Yeah.
I always know it's them type of people that do it.
Yeah, of course.
Them man that are like,
or who are really powerful or like in high places.
But they're submissive in the dark.
Yeah. But then submissive is
like
different.
You know the man that like bondage in them things.
Yeah.
Them man are the bankers.
But that's
the way
there's something about it's like psychology, innit? It's like you're still you have to be in charge and like
100%. But the way they think, I was like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
The thing is, as soon as the woman said my husband likes to watch, I knew.
Yeah, you're like, this is where it's going.
Where this was going.
Yeah. You're like, this is where it's going.
But I loved it. I was like, this thing is dark and twisted.
Yeah.
But I knew that he was a man of he was a man of these like white men of power, who are like average to not so good looking.
Yeah.
She was kind of cute.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So basically, we get this guy, this talking head called Mark, and he basically wants to explain to us the husband's role in all of this. Yeah.
Let's talk about cuck theory. Ultimately, it's a guy who likes to watch. I'm fulfilled on a sexual level by watching my wife with a Cuban stallion.
And it's like, basically, he likes to watch. It's his thing. And like Kwaku's saying, like, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like their thing, innit?
Kink.
Yeah, it's like a kink based upon the life that they live, innit? It's like, right, this is one area where...
They need something to listen. Because did they introduce how young they were when they got together yet?
Not yet. Oh, that's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah, fam. Yeah.
So like,
but yeah, it's true. And also like even him cuckolding is kind of like him being in control, kind of.
100%.
In it.
Yeah, because listen, he's literally orchestrating this whole thing.
Yeah.
He's orchestrating this whole thing. So yeah, like by all means, he's just there, kind of, just get like it just makes him get to where he wants to get to. So.
Because even that first encounter they have, they don't have like penetrative sex. They're like, okay, like initially, like, nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, it's just oral things, and then like. So it's like he's in control of it, innit? It's almost like, let's just see that we're comfortable with you first, and then we can like take it from there, sort of thing. So it's like, even though you're watching your wife be fucked by another guy, essentially, you're still in control. It's so weird.
No, it is. It's like it was on cruise control. Like he wasn't like navigating it, but he was kind of like ushering.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Do that, but don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna let you do this. You're only doing it because I'm allowing you to do it.
Exactly, of course.
Yeah, exactly. After all this sex and the cuckolding, all that kind of stuff, they start bonding over being Republican, and I was like, okay, yeah, of course, yeah. But this becomes this becomes more important later on. So. They leave Miami, the Falwells, that's their name, Jerry and Becki Falwell. They leave Miami, and Giancarlo thinks, okay, cool, that's it. Like, crazy story to tell my friends, it's all done, yeah? Like, he doesn't even know who they are, but his sister that he told, his sister knows, because he just randomly mentions their name, and she's like, wait, like, are you sure? Like, because if it's who, it's like, I don't know that ain't who I think it is.
He sent a photo, right?
Yeah, and then he Googles them, and then he's like, boy, oh boy, the Jerry guy, turns out he is the president of Liberty University. What is Liberty University? I don't know, but it is like a non-profit Christian university, like a massive one, yeah. Like, their campus is huge.
It's like part of like white supremacy central, like it's like,
literally white supremacy central,
literally, like, them money,
it's crazy. And not only are they successful, that couple, they're rich, not only are they rich, they're well connected, like extremely well connected, well connected, and we're gonna get onto that, but before we do, we talk about Jerry's dad. So Jerry is Jerry Jr., and then his dad is Jerry Senior. And his dad was a television preacher kind of person, basically like exactly what, like, this is like Hillsong all over again.
A person that Jean's mom used to watch.
Yeah. His mum used to watch him on the. It's like when my mum used to watch. What's it? Creflo Dollar in the morning, and TD Jakes and that. Yeah.
Was it Maurice Sorello?
Yeah, fam. All them man on TV. Yeah. So his dad. I'm just gonna say it like she's trash and he's a shit guy. Like they mention this now and they mention it later. They think that he was basically responsible for Ronald Reagan becoming president. Yeah, he blamed gay people for 9/11. I'm just telling you these things because this is just so you have an idea of what kind of person this person is. Yeah, Jerry Jr. wasn't really on the preacher thing. Like, good for him. He knew that wasn't his bag, innit? He said, all right, cool. I'm a real estate kind of guy.
Businessman. All about numbers. All about money.
I'm all about the money. All about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. And so then his dad died, and he kind of had to take over the university by default. Like, it wasn't really what he wanted to do. So now we're in April 2020, and the Falwells get a hotel and they invite Giancarlo to stay over with them, right? And so they talk about the sleeping arrangements. Remember this bit?
Is that April 2020?
April 2012. Yeah, April 2012. Yeah. So then the sleeping arrangements are fam. So Giancarlo and Becki stay in the bed together, and then Jerry like sleeps on like a sofa bed.
I didn't think it was a sofa. I think it was a sofa.
I think it was just a sofa. I was even trying to be nice in the same room, and I'm like, is it not madness?
Listen, man. I mean, he was fully like committed to the role of submitting. Like, he really like.
But you couldn't even get your own bed, lad.
I think he was just paving the way and making this boy happy. So what happened could happen. Yeah,
because yeah, that's true.
That's what I think.
Because there's no reason, because like literally you could have said to him, okay, you guys have sex and then you go to a different room.
Yeah, dip, innit?
Yeah, or he could have just gone to a different room. But again, it's the element of control, because it's like, no, I'm going to be around. Like, you're only going to be together as long as I'm present. Sort of thing. Yeah, crazy. So it's not really just the sex with this situation. He's basically being integrated into the family. And so like Jerry and Giancarlo would talk about business, and like Becki was there for him emotionally. So he's getting something from both of them. And at some point, Becki basically becomes his girlfriend. So it's kind of like they text all the time. They talk on the phone every night. Like, she's doing up, I love you. She's a grown
It's a win-win.
woman.
For him, listen, when you're a 20-year-old boy, what do you want?
Yeah. And also they have all this power and they have all this money.
Connection.
And it's like, when you're
20 years old, you want women.
Yeah. And you want money.
You want to get money and you want to do it just the easiest way possible.
Yeah. And this is literally the perfect situation. I don't actually think that Giancarlo is to blame for any of this. Like, I hear it.
Absolutely
Like,
not.
I actually hear it. Like,
20 years old.
Yeah.
A MILF is coming after you and giving you bread. Listen, I'm leaving uni.
You said...
Listen, it's not no-brainer. I was like, 20 years
20
old.
years old.
My mindset then, hey, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, like, I get it. Like, I get why Giancarlo did like, why he agreed to this, yeah. So these lot invite him to New York. He stays with them. They pay for everything.
Flew out.
Yeah, he just get all expenses is paid for.
Oh my gosh.
Literally getting flued out.
out.
And it's at this New York trip dinner thing where he's basically like, Jerry is like, oh, listen, we're going to buy a business for you to manage, yeah? And then you can also be rich, make your first million, yeah?
3 months.
It's literally like mentorship and pussy. That's what he's getting.
Listen.
Is that not what
it
niggas
is
live for?
a win. Listen. Any person that says that they wouldn't do it is a liar. And the thing is, I know, and even to add fuel to the fire, I know that woman was definitely like his type.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
he was attracted to her.
Exactly. So,
but he wouldn't have done it if he wasn't attracted to her.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If, say for example, I wouldn't do it. Listen, if you like black women, it was just a middle-aged black woman.
Yeah, if it was your type.
Oh my, this was a win. Listen.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. So yeah, they offer him this business thing, yeah, and it's in New York, yeah, that they have penetrative sex for the first time. So it's almost like a thing where it's like, oh, we vetted you and we like you, so like, welcome to the fold.
XP,
yeah, up. You literally. Now, instead of like Jerry, because before, like if what's his name, Giancarlo and Becki were like doing up sex shit, yeah, Jerry was like wanking in the corner, yeah. But then after New York, it was a thing where it was like, okay, cool. So Giancarlo would have sex with Becki, and then second round, Jerry's in.
I said alley-oop.
In their swimwear.
Shaq and Kobe.
He said
1, 2, wham, bam.
He said,
thank you,
boss.
Listen.
I said, wait. I was thinking, no, I hope the man are getting tested, yeah.
That's
what is
exactly what I was thinking.
I was like, I hope you man are getting tested, because if this is you're having this situation with Giancarlo, you just met him at the pool. There's no way that he's not fucking her and she's not fucking him.
I genuinely believe he definitely would have got him checked. Yeah. That must have been part of the deal.
Yeah, probably just left it
like
out.
Everything, like,
yeah, it's true. I don't think they were taking any chances. Yeah.
Like HIV, all of that.
Yeah, I don't think they were taking any chances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, at least it was safe, innit?
In my head, I was like, you think he's the only one on the roster? Impossible.
Yeah, I that's what I thought.
That's why I was like, them man are clean. 100%.
Especially later on, yeah, I was like, yeah, 100%. Like, he's also doing his thing. 100%.
What?
Yeah, everyone's just living there. I don't want to.
There's a side that there's a lot we don't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we didn't get everything, and this documentary was an hour and 48 minutes long. Yeah, and like there is a lot that we didn't get. I'm sure of it.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
I don't even know if we needed it, but after this, Giancarlo basically looking for a property that the Falwells are going to buy him. Yeah, in Miami. So he enlists the help of the Fernandezes. So there's Jesus Fernandez Jr. and Jesus Fernandez Sr. Yeah,
seniors and juniors, fam, get a new name.
It's too much. Like, can you just be your own person?
Come on,
so Lilia, his sister, tells us that like they were just weird in it, like this wannabe real estate,
like sleaze,
yeah,
like,
sleazy
I'm a streetwise hustle man.
They were just weird. They've changed their name now, you know. They changed their surname. Yeah, I don't remember what they changed it to. I said it on my TikTok. They changed their surname now, because when I went to type and look them up, it just showed the article saying they had changed their name. Yeah, but they're weird and it's sleazy guys. The senior used to be an investment broker, but then he got into legal trouble, basically fraud, well, allegations, allegedly. All of that stuff, yeah. And then Giancarlo didn't know any of this. Again, he's 20, yeah. You're trying to give like $1 million+ to a 20-year-old to buy something. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. It's easy to take advantage of him. Like, Craig is shaking his head so much.
As in, it's more than easy. Yeah. Like, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. It's like, why wouldn't you take advantage of him? It's an easy come up.
Listen. We're men, and we know that, you know, money and status, all of that stuff. My brother was like, wait, hold on, I can go from level 1 to 100 just by slamming a MILF. Yeah. Yeah, that's a no-brainer to me. Boy.
Yeah. And the Fernandez guys are basically like, oh, do you know what? Like, with this business idea, why don't you build a hostel? Because they do really, really well in Miami, because bare people come to Miami, yeah? So they find one, and then the idea is, yeah, these men get commission from the sale of the property or whatever. That's it. That's the deal, okay? So they close on this $4.5 million property, which is wild. And then after they get their commission, they piss off. Yeah, cool. So then, thankfully, Mark, our talking head, is back to kind of explain some of the stuff to us.
Okay, so how did the deal break down? Who was the principal in name? It wasn't Jerry. He didn't want his name anywhere near that deal with the 20-year-old pool boy. So he put it in Becky's name.
At this point, my dreams were coming true. I can see how I can make that first million.
How do you keep Giancarlo on a leash, go into business with him? And Jerry was looking at keeping his wife happy at that point. Where she was happiest was when Giancarlo Granda was balls deep inside of her.
So he basically says, like, this explains why they even suggested the whole business thing. Mark, like, says... Mark says this thing where he's like, oh, like, Becki was only happy when Giancarlo was balls deep inside of her. And I was like, Mark, can we behave?
Focus.
I said, can we actually behave? Like, what are you playing at? Yeah,
focus.
Cool. So, like, a year after all of this started, he finds, Giancarlo finds a girlfriend, like an age-appropriate girlfriend, yeah? So he breaks it off with Becki.
No, listen.
This is the beginning of the end.
Nah, but do you know what it is, yeah? It was just that, like, because, I'll be honest with you, it's, you're slamming them off.
Yeah.
You're getting bare peas. You're getting flued out.
Yeah.
No one knows what you're doing.
Yeah.
And obviously, you would think that, you know, he's fulfilled. But he's only, he was 20 years old at the start.
Yeah.
My man's not 20. He's understanding that, you know, I can't,
Things change. It's not sustainable.
This is not long term.
Yeah, exactly. It can't be.
And he's understanding that, and he's growing up as a man, and also, you know, he's a fairly good looking bloke.
He is, yeah. Exactly.
I could definitely understand them kind of white women loving man up in it.
Yeah,
man, like the teeth
100%.
bare tall, you could tell.
Yeah.
Obviously, my man found a girl in it. She was rattled.
So, that's the word. She was so...
Finished.
She was like, I'll just cheat on her with me. I said, look at your age. I was like, can we have some sense of decorum? Like,
rattled.
She was like, listen, like, and Giancarlo, like, and again, this is proof of the growth, yeah. He literally said to her, like, no, like, we're not going to do anything sexual. Like, I literally have a girlfriend. But at the same time, he's like, okay, we can continue the emotional stuff. Like, we can still message and, like, talk and stuff.
But that was also because he did want to keep them sweet because he knew that there was more money.
And also, he knows that they're very powerful. Yeah. I don't think at this point he doesn't realize how powerful, but he knows they're powerful because these people just bought me a $4.5 million.
Sure. Like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing.
Like it was a packet of skills.
Like it was a packet of skills. Like, literally, yeah. So, he tries to distance himself from Becki, and she would call him crying, like, oh, I miss you. And, like, not only that, Jerry will now call on his wife's behalf and say, oh, Becky's really upset.
Man's bedding him like a bailiff.
Is everything okay?
Oh my gosh. It was unbelievable.
It's actually unbelievable.
I actually want to know if the box was good, you know.
Probably.
If the box was that good, he wouldn't have found another girl.
Nah. But it's like you said, you're literally disproving your point. Like, it's like you said, like, he was just like, you know what, this ain't sustainable. Because even if I love her, it's not sustainable. What's he going to do? Have kids with her? What's he going to do? Marry her?
Nah, for sure. Yeah,
your mates are doing up engagement and babies, and you're here doing your dating little secret.
I think maybe but just the age, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point he realizes they're controlling him, innit? And this is also confirmed.
He's not fully aware, but he's
like,
become. Yeah.
It's like this whole documentary. His eyes are. This whole documentary is him waking up. That's what it is.
He was in the sunken place.
He was in the sunken place, and then like the tea thing.
He was rising to the top.
He was rising to the top. By the end of the documentary, he has risen, yeah. And so like,
that's a hallelujah.
It's a hallelujah. So he learns, yeah, that like they were recording all their sexual encounters, which, I mean,
through the texts.
Yeah. They were recording the things, yeah. Because he was like, oh yeah, like, and when I was looking last night and I watched our pictures, it made me so And then he was like, what the fuck? And then he clocked that they had actually been recording it. Yeah. So Jerry's wanking in one hand and recording in the other hand. They say men can't multitask. What?
Listen.
Okay, hold on to your chairs now because somehow, some way, Trump is here. Okay.
What's it? Hello.
Forensics will say all roads lead to Trump, yeah? So this is before he was President
Especially
Trump.
In right-wing America, they definitely do.
Fam. And you know what, we'll get there. So this is before President Trump. This is the Apprentice Trump. That's where we are in the timeline of life, yeah? So the Falwells invite Giancarlo. They're like, oh, do you want to meet him? Because he's very much like... And again, Giancarlo, like, you're great and everything, but like, you were also giving very Republican vibes back then, innit? Because he was, oh, I love Trump. Like, you know, okay, to be fair, he wasn't the president back then.
At that time, I won't lie to you.
It's true.
I didn't think he was a bad brother either.
It's true.
Mac Miller made a song about him.
It's actually true, yeah. It's actually true. It wasn't bad. He wasn't bad then, because that was even when I think Nene Leakes was on The Apprentice that time. It's true. He wasn't bad then. So he was more like a businessman.
100%.
And so what's his name? Giancarlo had the book Art of the Deal, and he was like, oh my god, like I really love that book. I really like Trump kind of thing. And they were like, oh hey, like we know him. Do you want to meet him? Yeah. Again, connections. Yeah. So he meets him. We see pictures. He gets his book signed by Trump. Yeah. Obviously, Trump just puts work hard, and this is what pisses me off about rich people. Yeah. All of this work hard. You cannot outwork poverty.
You can't outwork nepotism.
You can't outwork nepotism. You can't outwork poverty. You cannot outwork societal issues. Like you can't do it. Like what do you want me to do? Pull myself up by the bootstrap?
But them man tell themselves that. So when they keep themselves in power, it doesn't mean themselves feel guilty.
Exactly, because they feel like they worked in hard.
100%, man.
If not exploited other people.
If you keep telling yourself something, you're going to believe that it is true.
Yeah, and then everyone around you believes the same thing.
That's how it works.
Yeah, wild. Yeah. So again, Giancarlo goes to visit them. He stays at their house, like their home, yeah. And he also gets to see Liberty University that he's heard so much about. And then he says to us, like today, to camera, he's like, oh, you know, there weren't any black people there. It was just white people. And I was like, okay, surprise, surprise. Like, bro, like...
That is possibly... You know when they introduced Liberty University at the start of the thing? That's the first thing I thought. Because for me, I'm just I'm like, yo, where's me? Like, where am I? Like, where can I see myself
like,
here?
Sometimes I just feel like, thank God that we're not in this shit. Like, thank God that we're not here in it. Because imagine being a black. You know, this Liberty University reminds me so much of. Did you watch the Hillsong documentary?
No.
Oh, you will like it. It's on Discovery Plus. Yeah, the Hillsong documentary. Like, they have a university situation as well. Yeah, same thing. And we get into this bit about the church versus racism, like in the 1960s, yeah. And it was really interesting because it's like when you get these like right wing, like Republican, evangelical Christian people, it's like all the Christ-like stuff goes away, and all the racism stuff is like at the forefront, and it's all about like they called it like what was it, like Christian radicalism or Christian something, and it basically is just like terrorism essentially.
It's domestic terrorism.
Yeah. Them just basically being like, oh, you know, like...
They justify just doing evil.
Yeah. And then in the guise of God.
Listen.
I said, who's God?
Listen. The things that them man used to do, even when I went, not to digress, but even when you go to Ghana...
No, we digress here, fam.
Even when you went to Ghana, yeah? Fam, the Gold Coast. Fam. The man them that put them in the...
I cried.
They were doing it in the name of God. Yeah. This is all wild.
It's actually even crazy.
These man...
Especially these man.
When you go later on in the documentary, the man are trying to do it in the name of God. Yeah. I said, my brother, you're not doing it in the name of nothing but yourself.
Which God is this that you're talking about?
Listen, crazy.
Fam, when we went to Gold Coast.
The thing is in Lynchburg.
Okay, because this didn't resonate with me until Kwaku messaged me and was like, nah, Lynchburg. He put Lynch in capital letters. I said, nah. Like,
Lynchburg.
I said,
my brother, that thing's racism sprinkled with racism.
Fam.
As soon as I heard that name, I said...
Racism deluxe.
When I heard the name of the place, I said, nah. This place... like
That's why there's no black people. Why am I in Lynchburg?
No, but I knew for a fact... I knew 150... I thought... I didn't even Google it. They must have renamed that place. They must have.
Have they?
I don't know, but... They have to. Even if you do believe that black shouldn't be there or whatever, they probably still are racist in that state. But Lynchburg... My brother, I changed the name.
Why would they do that? They believe the ting, fam. Yeah, that's actually ridiculous, you know.
And they probably listen.
What do I look like being black living in Lynchburg?
Huh?
What do I look like being black living in Lynchburg?
But everything it's on brand. The university, Giancarlo is saying that there was no black people.
Yeah,
the racism being covered in Christianity.
And this is the thing: the racism being covered in Christianity, because it's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you actually talking about?
That's a trend though in America. Though.
Yeah, saw them lots. Yeah, I just yeah. I mean, you can really make yourself believe whatever you want to believe in it. That's why it's scary. So Giancarlo meets Trump, yeah, and so Jerry introduces him, this 21-year-old, as a business partner. Okay, and so Michael Cohen is like Trump's fixer. Well, he was.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. And so Michael Cohen, whatever, is with Trump and whispers like, "Oh, who's this guy?" Yeah. And bearing in mind, Michael Cohen's job is basically to dig up dirt on people. So his antenna's up because he's thinking, this is fucking dodgy. You are Jerry Falwell. This is some random 21-year-old guy, no pedigree, no knows who he is. You're saying he's your business partner. That don't make sense. Like right now, he doesn't really know what.
1 + 1 is definitely equaling 5.
Yeah, it's equaling 5. He doesn't know why it's 5, but he's trying to find out. Yeah.
Carry the 1.
Yeah, he's at carry the 1, managed to 2.
And it's still free.
We lost.
Yeah, facts.
So this next bit It's just bare like clips of Trump being Trump, like all the clips we've seen of Trump, grab her by the pussy, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, cool. Yeah, and they've
what a man.
Can you believe that this is the life that we live in? Where this is just a well-known
but it's just like, it just proves, isn't it? Like you could be below average and white, and you can
you can be mediocre. And this is what I've said this, fam. I've said this on a podcast before. Yeah, like obviously I love a bit of black excellence. Yeah, but I strongly believe in black mediocrity. Yeah, because I just feel like we should not have to be excellent. Because do other people have to be excellent? They don't even have to be okay.
I won't even lie to you.
Meaty.
Man. I try and live in what is as opposed to what I want.
Yeah.
And what it is even though we were talking about, you think listen. For Beyonce to be where she is, not only does she have to be a beautiful, an amazing dancer, eloquent, writer, actor,
performer,
Hold on.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm not going to say that, but there are some of her colleagues, some of her peers.
I don't know if they're peers, boy.
They're not as good as
lowercase p.
No. As in, objectively, they're not as good.
Yeah,
objectively,
100%.
But they're on the pedestal even higher. And why is that? Because
of course
it's a rule for them and it's a rule for us.
Yeah, and that's the way that it is.
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is. But that's what I'm saying. I celebrate people like, okay, I don't say celebrate. That's a bit excessive, but I am not mad at people like Saweetie. Yeah, because it's that I know Saweetie is not a
thespian at this whole music.
She's not
like an artiste.
She's not an artiste.
She's not trying to do that. Trying to get the bag.
She's just having a good time. And I feel like, sis, get the bag, innit?
Listen, get it.
Get the bag, shake your ass. Like, who am I to be mad at you? Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing.
Who am I to be mad at you? Young Miami,
like a sister, or everyone's got to be with like Lauryn Hill and
no, because not everybody can be.
Blackness ain't monolithic.
Everybody can be, and so I just feel like black mediocrity. Yeah, cool. We celebrate that a little bit as well.
I agree with you.
You know,
I completely agree with you.
But yeah, it's sad though that Beyonce has to be Beyonce, and like.
But it's the same thing. Look,
blank can be.
And
blank.
the same thing. Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Barack Obama is hella handsome, you know.
Yeah, he's a very fine man.
He's a very good-looking man.
He is.
Charismatic,
and he's gonna age really well. It's only up from here.
If he grew a beard, you know, but nice.
Has he not got a beard?
Nah.
Maybe I just imagined one on him.
Nah, but if you had that Morgan Freeman joint, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But obviously he still did do some madness, you know, with like missiles and bombs and things.
Oh, do you know?
But that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
but as a man, man still got. Oh, were you born here? Give me your birth certificate, which they talk about in the thing.
It's like the thing that happened recently here. It's like, where are you from? Where are you really from?
Yeah, for sure.
Where's your mum from? Asking me dumb questions, like piss off.
Yeah, honestly, but like, man, this whole Donald Trump thing, man,
fam, it's
the
crazy.
Fact that he went from there to thing is
and the thing is that like that happened, like it happened, yeah. So that's in history
really
forever.
Fast.
Like because even we get into the whole Donald Trump thing, yeah. We'll get into that, yeah. It's crazy, but for now, yeah, they invite him to speak at their rallies, like at the university. Imagine you're at uni, yeah. I'm in Manchester Uni, and then what? Donald Trump is coming to speak. What?
Probably what's his name? Boris Johnson.
Fuck him too, fam. So I think that
now Farage.
Nigel.
I'll be dashing tomatoes.
Oh, I'm gonna get into Farage, yeah. So I think that this section here is basically to explain like how powerful the Falwells are, because like their man know Trump in it, and they knew Trump before Trump was president. It's not like they jumped on the bandwagon, almost like they made him.
Apprentice.
Yeah, exactly. So now we get into hypocrisy, yeah, because they have these student rules in Liberty University. This is the same thing with the Hillsong documentary, yeah. Like there are things that you can't do. Oh yeah, re-up. There's things you can't do, yeah, and like you'll get you'll get fined if you do them, or you'll get like I don't know, like you'll get punished basically if you do them, yeah. This port is really good, isn't it?
Listen, man, I'm sipping the sip.
It's gonna be we're actually gonna bang the whole bottle. How are we gonna do that?
I don't know, man.
That's dangerous, you know. You're going out after this.
I'm trying to get a sweet wine still.
So there's like if you drink alcohol, you get fined. If there's sexual misconduct, you get fined. Holding hands, you get fined. There was a story of like basically a girl who was sexually assaulted by a guy. I think he slipped something into her drink and then sexually assaulted her. She gets fined for drinking. Yeah,
they prayed for him, innit?
They prayed for him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They prayed for him.
It was something like I think it was the same. A felony was the same fine as...
It was $300 fine for sexual assault or sexual harassment or whatever it was, or whatever. And then like the same for if you drank alcohol. So she ended up getting basically more than because he didn't even get that. He got prayed for. And that's what I'm saying, like, obviously I'm a Christian and I love Jesus in that, yeah. But like sometimes with these things, I'm just like, hello, can we all have sense? Like, let's download sense. What are you talking about?
It's not meant to make sense. It's just meant to control.
It's control, isn't it?
It's just meant to control them.
It's control in the name of the Lord.
And also as well, I knew that it was just another way to get a bit of peace.
Yeah.
Where did that money go to? Because that money,
exactly.
Where did that money go to?
Exactly. What's £300 to them?
Just trying to say, probably spent into like someone's pocket or...
They probably just spent it on drinks. Because the thing about this is that like, okay, cool. If your rule is that you can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't whatever, yeah. I hear it. That's your rules for your university. university. If people don't like it, they shouldn't come to the university. Okay, cool. But you yourself, you're drinking, you're sexing, you're cuckolding.
Listen, there's shots of him, like as in there are like pictures of him in the club on the CCTV.
In the club, 50 Cent, fam.
You linked my man at the Fontaine Blue.
Blue, fam. Doing up shots, doing up drink, doing up Jack Daniels.
Come on, man.
But if somebody does it, it's 300. That's what I'm saying. The hypocrisy is wild because it's just like, come on. Let's all behave ourselves.
One rule for the people who are in control and one people for the...
Exactly. So now Giancarlo and his girlfriend break up. Yeah. And so like then the whole thing with the Falwell starts up again. And he kind of says he feels like he had to. And I kind of get it because we always talk about power dynamics on this documentary, on this podcast, yeah. The power dynamic is skewed here, yeah. It's like Kwaku was saying, you man own this business that I am like trying to do, yeah. And then also like I'm a child, okay, not a child, but I'm a young adult. Like I don't come from money. Like you've given me this opportunity. Like you've been really nice to me. Like I'm going to do
100%
what you say I need to do, kind of thing.
Before I met you, I was a pool boy. Now I'm getting flued out and I have a multi-million...
I've been on private jets and shit and I have a multi-million-dollar business. Or equity stake or whatever in the business.
And once you have a taste, you want some more.
So how are you going to go back to this?
This guy wants to be in the good books. This guy's seeing he met Trump. He's meeting these powerful people. He wants to keep meeting these powerful people.
He's in these spaces because we see so much footage and like so many pictures and he's like front row.
They circle him.
They circle him. He's like front row. He's like all these like important events, and it's like, bro, like why are you here? Like it doesn't make any sense because he's fucking Becki. So now it's October 2014. So we're 2 years into this, basically 2.5 probably.
Golly.
The Fernandezes are back, yeah. So they come
with their vengeance.
So they come back, yeah. So they sue for breach of contract, saying that they were promised 50% of Giancarlo's equity.
Someone said cap.
You went from commission or 10% or whatever it was to 50% of his equity stake.
Cap.
Mad. So basically they're blackmailing him with pictures of him and Becki, yeah. And first of all, like how did they get that? We never get into it. We never find out how they got it.
iCloud. That's my idea. iCloud.
But then how would they know? But again, you know what? Anybody with any sense, yeah, deeps that this is a fucking weird situation. Because it's like, why are you going into business with this 20-year-old pool boy? It's weird. And the only, like literally like 1 + 1 is sex. Like that's the only situation. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Do you think that they didn't? No,
they must have clocked them, man. Them sleazy Fernandezes. Yeah. Fernandez.
No, my instant reaction was they ain't got nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. You know.
I was like, obviously, like, but at that instant, I was like, they're calling the biggest bluff.
Yeah.
But in my head,
I guess when I've watched it, I'm talking about it now. Yeah.
But in my head, like, if I was to see that, the only thing is that they're pressing. That's the only reason why they could be getting into business with them.
Why? That's what I'm saying. Because the thing is that like...
I call it bluff though, 100%.
Yeah. So, the Fernandez, yeah?
That's what the Fernandez.
That's what I'm going to call them. The senior, yeah? He is in debt, yeah, for $34 million. I'm so sorry. Yeah. How does one get into debt for $34 million?
Loans, innit? Just borrow.
$34 million
Probably borrowed money to pay back a loan.
But then do they give you money if they know that you owe someone else money?
Maybe, but because he was big in real estate to begin with, maybe he had some sort of reputation for being able to do it.
He gives sleaze, man.
He does, but as in like, do you know what I mean? You can only be, you know. Yeah,
I just $34 million. They showed us, yeah. They showed it to us. There's bare numbers. I've never seen so many numbers. It looked like a phone number, yeah. +33.
That's my thing.
Nah.
What country is that?
I was like, fam, debt. I was like, nah, that's crazy.
Debt population, you.
So debt population, you. So they got 15,000 for the commission, yeah. And then the talking heads are basically like, that 15,000 is nothing. $34 million in debt. That 15,000, they might as well spend it because it's not going to make any difference to the debt.
That's like.
You can do the maths in it. You could
inclusion.
All inclusive things. So now we're in November. The Falwell's attorneys offer them basically what they wanted, yeah. So they were like, all right, cool. You want 50% of the equity stake? Here you go. Here's 50% of the equity stake. They're like, nah, actually, no ma'am, no sir. I don't want that, yeah. So now
I want it all.
I want it. So now, like, they can't even disguise this thing as like, oh, I want what I'm owed. It's basically straight blackmail, yeah. And so they actually show them.
They call it a shakedown.
Fam, it's literally a shakedown. They show them the pictures, yeah, of them having sex. And again, this must be the iCloud thing, innit? Because it's like, how did you get them?
So that's at that point. I was
it's
like,
in no one's best interest to give them.
At that point, I was like, oh, for like 10 minutes, I was like, nah, they're capping. They ain't got nothing.
They ain't got nothing.
And then they were like, they showed the picture. I was like, oh.
I reckon.
So they do.
They actually have it.
No. 'Cause they said they saw them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They
at that point, I was like, okay, cool.
I think that they didn't want it to come across as blackmail, innit? But then I don't know why they didn't just start off by saying, oh, we want however much they wanted. Because them saying, oh yeah, cool, we want just the 50%. And then they're like, hey, here's 50%. They're like, oh no, actually, got you. We actually want this. I reckon that Giancarlo probably told Tito, because that was his friend, innit? I reckon he probably told him that something was going on.
Pictures. And
then Tito used it against him. I don't know how, or maybe Tito knew, and then that's when he went to look for pictures.
To be fair, yeah, if that was your best friend, yeah, he would have definitely sent him a picture.
He did. Oh well, I don't know how you man move.
No. May the Lord shut me down if I'm lying right now, yeah. If a girl sends me anything,
yeah,
I'm not sending that to anyone. More because I'm greedy. I don't want you to see. I don't want you to see anything.
Yeah.
No. That's for me and my eyes only. But the same way we've said about how these white conservative man, this cuckolding shit, they like weird shit. They like to like.
Well, you think the Falwell sent it to someone?
Nah, I think Giancarlo sent it to
being a 20-year-old or however old he is.
But them conservative man in it, like, bro, I've been like playing rugby, like rugby and a rugby shop. Them man like do weird shit. Like I wouldn't be surprised if oh look at this man. Oh look how fucking
yeah. But the thing is that like they actually have no fear, because why did you record shit? I just feel like if you don't want anything getting out, why would you record it? Like why would you record it? You know
that was.
You know what you have to do. You know who you are.
Nah, but that was definitely that was an escape plan.
Oh, do you reckon?
One.
Do you reckon? What? I thought it was just for them to do it kinky time, to relive the moment.
But what? Listen.
To blackmail him, basically.
To blackmail him. To blackmail him, and if the wife goes down, who cares?
Then he doesn't give a fuck about her, but
he'll still be with her, but he'll be like,
but it's like it's not him.
And then it probably would have done. It probably
then he's the victim. Yeah.
It would have made him look better. Oh my god, he's sticking with his wife. He's sticking with his wife. That was definitely a plan, an escape plan, 100%.
Oh, mad. Yeah, so blackmail, that's where we're at, yeah. So Jerry is basically trying to avoid all the legal shit, and he tells his lawyers, he spins the story that like, oh, you know, Giancarlo really liked Becki, and he took photos of Becki, and then somehow the Fernandai people got it, yeah. So then, because Fernandez is such a weird thing.
Well, so it's plural.
It's Fernandai, innit? It's like the wrinkle vibe. So this is when he starts to realise that actually you're on your own, babes. Yeah, like you're actually kind of screwed, because the Falwells are going to look out for the Falwells. And you're going to have to look out for yourself, because these men don't actually care about you.
But they tried to make him feel as if he was a Falwell, so they were going to look out for him.
Exactly.
But
he soon realised.
Man saw he smelled. I woke up, man. He smelled that shit, man.
So the Falwell speak to Michael Cohen, and then all of a sudden it goes away, yeah. And I was like, I understand you wanted it to go away. Were you speaking to Michael Cohen? All right, cool. That was your downfall, but cool, yeah. So
it didn't go away. It just went somewhere else.
It went somewhere else, and it didn't go there forever. Yeah. So then that's the Fernandai sorted. Cool. All right. So now Cohen owns these pictures. Okay. So in return for not sharing the pictures, what do they want? They want Jerry to endorse Trump's presidency. This is the first one.
Ooh. I think the first election.
Yeah, I think 2016 or whenever the fuck the world ended, yeah. So earlier I mentioned that Jerry Falwell Sr. was like instrumental in Ronald Reagan being elected president, yeah. He clocked early on, yeah, that like he could speak on controversial political topics like abortion, and then use his connections to influence elections, and therefore the judges, and therefore the laws, yeah. He's playing chess, not checkers, yeah. Because it's kind of creepy, because there's this bit where he's what's his name, Senior, he's talking about Falwell Senior, not the Fernandez. He is talking about reversing Roe v. Wade, yeah, and like saying that, oh, you know, like I want to get people in power that are going to reverse this law because I'm pro-life and whatever. Yeah. There's a segregation bit as well. So this bit about the pro-life thing, he's like, yeah, I want to get judges in office who whatever. Now, fast forward to 2022, they've now abolished Roe v. Wade. Trump, there's also a clip of Trump also talking about it. So it's like, it's not just like, oh, I mean, like, it's just so deep, because yeah, you're the president, yeah, but like in being the president, you can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
But it's also when he was saying about like how like religion shouldn't be mixed with politics, how he's like preaching that.
That's how he was initially. Then he backpedaled and pussy popped, and now he's gone the other way.
Because he realised where the power is.
Exactly. Exactly. He realized where the power
and
is.
also like he was they were losing popularity because there were just some social issues that they couldn't combat racism. Like I think people admitted like racism was wrong.
Yeah, the segregation thing, everyone was like, okay, it's kind of fucked. So then even with the schools and stuff, they were like, hey, we're gonna desegregate
but then they made like private
like
Christian academies.
Yeah, Christian academies.
But then they were like, if there is segregation in your schools, then you'll
tax something.
Yeah.
The IRS were like, oh, swear, okay, cool, well, you'll tax something.
Yeah, you don't get a tax break.
Yeah, exactly, you don't get a tax break. Because what they were trying to do was, okay, cool, we can't segregate, but however, we're going to have these private Christian academies and basically just
who comes in and comes
exactly. Out. And so then obviously black people weren't allowed. So it was like they were still trying to do their own thing. And I'm like, how can you be so hateful? And then and this is why religion to me sometimes I'm just like, sometimes you get them like hoteps that are like, oh yeah, like this Christianity is just the white man's religion that they brought to you, like da-da-da-da. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like I hear it.
I question. Listen,
I honestly, I go.
A lot of this stuff is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing with who.
Yeah.
You did this in the name of what God?
I know. The God that
you know the whole like racism was like we were chosen by God and you were just the shit on our shoe.
Yeah.
It's mad to me.
They just decided.
And then like it's crazy.
And then you basically said like, okay, what we know and everything is better. We're gonna come to you and say, what if we had come and said, actually, this is what is better. This is what you need to do.
Man are inherently evil. How can you just go and just take over somewhere and just be like, nah, your way's wrong, we're right, and we're supposed to be in charge? Listen, man.
It's so crazy to me. So Falwell Jr., Jerry, he really helped Trump get the evangelical vote. Yeah, this is like parallels, and they do it a lot in this documentary, parallels between Falwell Sr. and Reagan. We've got Jerry Jr. and Trump, yeah. And so we get this talking head, Anthea, she's a black lady, love her. And she basically is like, she was speaking facts, yeah. She was like,
evangelicals didn't care about Donald Trump not being Christian. They were willing to take a man who had been married 3 times and had 5 children from 3 different mothers, just like they didn't care that Ronald Reagan wasn't evangelical.
Basically, Christians didn't care that these candidates weren't Christian. It's like I feel like sometimes with Christians, even with our parents and stuff, you know what to say to make them feel like, okay, great, everything is fine. You know, if I'm dating someone, I'm like, oh yeah, he goes to church, he prays, he can speak in tongues. All of a sudden, you like him. You don't even know if he's doing fraud or smoking weed. Like, you just like him based on the
buzzwords, man.
There's certain buzzwords that you can just do, and that's what these men were doing.
Being gay is wrong, premarital
sex is wrong, abortion is wrong. Just those things
pro-life.
that you can say. And the thing is like pro-choice does not mean you're anti-life. Like, it pisses me off so much. I'm pro-choice. Choose. If you want to choose life, it's fine. If you want to choose abortion, it's fine. Like, it pisses me off. But honestly, yes, them candidates, yeah, Reagan and thingy. Trump is like, actually, and Thea's so funny when she says this. She's like, he's got 5 kids and 3 baby mums. Like, do you really think that the church supported the way that he lived his life? Ronald Reagan was divorced. Do you really think that the church, especially them, man,
don't care? They just want control of their land. And if
they're preaching that, then they're happy.
If this guy feels 3 out of 7, and the Democrat fits 0 out of 7, my brother, they're gonna take the lesser evil in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's July 2016. And so Falwell offers Giancarlo $600,000, to kind of like buy him out of that Miami property deal. And it's kind of like he's trying to tie up these loose ends, innit? So Trump's about to win.
I need to be my friend, baby.
Yeah. And he's like, you know what? Let's keep him sweet, whatever. So Trump does win, as we know. Yeah, we lived through it. Yeah. And like Falwell is gassed. They keep bringing up this phrase, kingmaker. Like, because I'm not going to lie. Like, I think Jerry's the reason that Trump actually won.
No, he was. If you looked at the 100%. if you looked at the stats of who voted, who is the most?
It's the evangelical Christians.
It's the white, white males are is the strongest. Like they are the most. They go to the polling stations the most. Like the percentage of people that don't go is the smallest amongst them.
Yeah,
and that is who rallied around him. Like that's what they want to protect. Mediocre white men having to do nothing to get into places of power. That's what it is.
And they see themselves in that.
It is though. Like that's exactly what it was, and they wanted to protect that. They were scared of change. Even that 6th
of Jan, the Capitol thing. They were all doing up evangelical Christian, Republican. Listen, God.
Confederation flag and them man there. Listen, these man want to keep what they have. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to keep it that way? It's good right now. Why do you want to change it?
Nah, it's scary. It's actually terrifying. So when Trump wins, Jerry Falwell, like, I don't know, it's like his brain, his head gets so big, yeah. Which I mean, gassed. And I get it, like, okay, you made this guy president, yeah. Like you're basically besties with the president now, yeah. You can do whatever you want, yeah. And he has all these like Fox News type people come and speak at the university. We see all of them, like it's very like anti the left, pro right wing rhetoric, like
felt very cultish.
Very cultish. And it's funny you say that because Giancarlo describes it as indoctrination, because it's the same things that you're saying, the same buzzwords, the same rhetoric, like over and over again. And it's like these uni students who are young and impressionable and in this sort of like bubble, it's a culty bubble, are just hearing the same things over and over again. You're literally making the new generation of these men. And
also, you know how you were saying, well, Trump, even from Apprentice, he was not a Christian. He did not believe any of that.
Yeah, of course not.
But if you say it enough, you start to believe it.
He says this thing where he's like, he's talking about his book, yeah, and he's like, oh, my book comes second to only one book, the Bible. And I'm like, oh, piss off.
Yeah, honestly, man.
Piss off.
That man don't read a word. That man doing nothing, man.
I'm like, as the Christians, the so-called Christians, yeah, do you not feel like he's taking a piss? Don't you feel dumb that he's like manipulating you?
Listen, I've had many a conversation with many an auntie about Donald Trump, and them man do not. It's like them man are like, them man have blinkers on, and they literally will not see anything. Man said, grab her by the pussy.
He said it, yeah.
Listen, man has said a mad thing, and you're ignoring it. Oh, this is locker room talk. If I said that, I'm out of the yard.
Yeah, it's wild. It's actually, it's so wild. It's just,
man said Donald Trump. Wow.
So we find out that Jerry is drunk on power and also on tequila.
Listen, man's mixing the H2O with
a
little bit of whoa.
I said, is this something people do?
That's a different kind of Monday.
In his water, fam. In his water bottle, he has half tequila, half water. I said, at least he's staying hydrated.
Listen.
At least he's staying hydrated.
H2O is the best.
At least he's staying hydrated, you know what I mean? But he's never held accountable for anything, not within his sphere anyway, yeah. One time he sends Giancarlo a picture of him and a female student. Basically, she's like lifting up her dress and showing him her ass.
Yes. Actually, no, I can't call it Nyash.
It wasn't Nyash.
Call it a bum. Yeah,
it was a bum. Yeah.
Barely even that.
It was a buttock.
Yeah, the cheeks though.
He's like twisting the Bible, basically trying to like make it fit his agenda. And like Giancarlo makes the point that like it's actually not just words, because it really leads to violence and people getting killed. And we see so many news clips. And the fact that America has a problem, yeah. The fact that there's so many news clips of incidences of like domestic terrorism, because that's what it is, yeah.
Like Dylan Roof, innit?
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah. They're either killing the blacks, or they're killing the gays, or they're killing Jewish people. Like they're literally killing.
When they drove that car through.
Mate.
Yeah, mad.
I was like, nah, this is how much, and we're in our 20s, yeah, all this stuff has happened. How much more fuck shit is gonna happen before Jesus comes? Jesus, if you're coming, come.
Nah, it's gonna get way worse.
If you're coming, come. I'm ready for the locusts.
Listen, man. Let my people go.
Let me go, Jesus.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it's wild. So the lawsuit comes back up, yeah, with the Fernanda, yeah, and there's this journalist called Aram, yeah, and he contacts Giancarlo. Oh, wow. And he contacts the Falwells. No, he contacts Giancarlo, and then Giancarlo tells the Falwells that this journalist has been in touch, and they're like, your fucking mouth shut, yeah. So he doesn't say anything, but it all comes out anyway because it's going to, yeah. We hear this three-way call between Becki, Jerry, and Giancarlo.
I can tell you that they don't have what you're telling me they have, because he made it sound like they told him that they had pictures that supported their theory that there was something going on between you and me.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know this is going to work out fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all.
All right, have a good night.
Wait, you can talk to me.
I'm actually really tired too.
I'm sure you are. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Especially when we're not talking. I'm just so lost. I'm sorry about all this.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed, okay?
Okay.
All right. Good night.
I love you.
Love you too.
And it's like, Becki, I'm so sorry. Have you no shame? Can you get a fucking grip, yeah? She's like, oh, wait, like, I love you. Like, I said, sis, Sort it out.
His wood must have been mighty.
It must have been mightier than the sword, fam.
His wood must have been strong.
20.
Yeah, but he held it down for like 5-6 years.
I said nah. I was like,
yeah,
Becki,
that wood must have been hella strong.
I was like, Becki, 40 plus, you're touching 50. You're begging a small boy.
Slamming the cheeks.
I said nah.
He put in a shift.
Because
the way she was talking, I was like, brother, your world's caving. Your world is about to collapse, and you're still asking for wood.
And your husband is do you know what?
Gosh,
Come into context, you're getting your husband, to now call your lover to say, please take her back. I beg.
God forbid.
Nah, I can't even imagine it. I can't even imagine it. So the story breaks, and obviously Giancarlo's name is everywhere. He's forever known as like the poor boy, and it's sad because he actually hasn't worked there in years, and he only worked there for a year. So it's like this is now his defining moment.
It was probably like a summer,
exactly, probably even like a summer or some shit. Like, so he's losing out on jobs because of the scandal. It's like a national scandal, and then he finally gets a job, and then he tells Becki, which I don't know why he would do this, but again, whatever. He tells Becki.
He's naive though at this point. He's like, why would they ever do anything to?
He is, yeah.
He's weaning off them. Like he is opening up, but like sometimes
he's not awake yet.
Nah, man, he's like half asleep.
He's it's true. He thinks he's dreaming.
Facts.
So he tells Becki, and then like after he tells Becki, somehow they rescind the job offer. So I mean, I wasn't there.
I wonder why.
I can only speculate, and my speculation is that Becki said, absolutely not will you hire this man, because that's going to make him independent, and we can't have
that guy here. I need the wood.
Exactly. I need that. I want that. I need that.
I need that. I want that. You can do this either the easy way
or the hard way.
That's so funny.
So he is okay. It's actually kind of sad because it puts him in a really dark place. Because deep it, from the beginning, he had the video game addiction. He was just not, a social guy. He was going through his shit. Gets the job at the Fontaine Bleu, comes out of his shells, going gym, he's a buff ting, meets the Falwells, like private jets, private dinners, flew out, all expenses paid for, meeting Trump, living his best life, name comes out, can't even get a job. Like, he's literally descending into depression.
I think it was either he becomes a sex slave for the rest of his life,
or he takes the L.
No. I think at that time, I think because he knew how powerful they were, I genuinely think, and I completely, which is so sad, I think the only options were to him were to be their slave, their sex slave, or take his own life.
Yeah, and that's where he was. Really that's where dark. He was at. Yeah, it's so dark,
so mad.
And he says it, and like at this point in the documentary, like he gets up and he's kind of like, listen, like, I just need a break in it, because to think that you were at a point so low, because of this situation, it's like these are my two options. I don't want any of them, sort of thing. So fucking sad, and it just makes you think it's so much deeper than rap. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, this powerful couple, like you literally are fucking with people's lives, people who don't have the same power and access that you do.
Not even a smidge.
Not even a smidge. So that losing the job thing is the first thing that really sets him over the edge. The next thing,
he's waking up, like he's like opening his eyes.
Exactly.
Like, someone just slapped him around the head. Said, yo,
exactly. Brother. It's like someone's opened the curtains and the light is there. Someone's opened the blinds and now he's like, So the job is the first thing. The next thing is the fact that the Falwells then settle with the Fernandi. And that takes a fucking piss, because one, why wouldn't you just do that from the beginning? So this whole thing didn't have to come out. And two, Giancarlo doesn't get anything. They no longer want to buy him out for the 600k like they said. Nothing. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine?
So my man has done everything that's been asked of him, and he's been kicked in the teeth.
Listen,
I'm raging. Yeah. I did the right thing and I get paid less. I just get wood. I just get none.
For nothing. For nothing. What? That you from
come on, man.
That you could have got from. So now it's like COVID time. This is what I'm saying. This is how recent this is. Now it's COVID time. It's the height of COVID. Life is shit. And Giancarlo is like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm taking control of my life, innit? Sure. And he quotes Donald Trump where he's like, oh, like, don't let people take advantage of you, get even. Yeah. I said, okay, cool. It's about to go down.
I'm gonna get even, man.
And so then he gets back in touch with that journalist, Aram, and he gives him evidence basically to prove the nature of his relationship with the Falwells. He also gives them audio recording and a FaceTime video. You see the FaceTime video?
Was that a screen recording?
I was like confused, because I was like, is this a real video or is it like
that was definitely real.
It was her, innit? Because during the documentary they have this thing where like they have like reenactments, kind of. It's done in a really good way.
Was Giancarlo?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Was it him?
I think Giancarlo, but the other two.
But I feel like he also kind of looks like I could find someone. I can walk on the streets in Miami.
Even like the mold area and stuff.
Maybe it was him.
Yeah. But I thought Giancarlo was Giancarlo.
Yeah, and then there's two other people. The Becki look like Becki though.
Yeah, for sure. She wasn't as good looking.
She was like good looking, yeah, but she looked like, I mean, she was a middle-aged white woman with brunette hair.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Jerry Falwell, I think, was actually better looking than Jerry Falwell.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, with the beard, yeah.
For sure.
So they have those those like reenactments during the documentary. So when they had the FaceTime video, I was like, right, did they reenact the video? But no, it was her, innit?
Because they even like they
blurred out the thing.
Her
titties. She was basically naked in the thingy, and then you see Jerry in the back, and it was like, okay, so there's some truth to what this guy's saying.
Was that a screen recording? It must have been.
I think it must have. But then I was like, why does he screen record? But at this point, he decided to get even, so he probably did screen record it. But can you screen record? No, you can't screen record
because when he decided to get even.
He already had that video.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So maybe he was waking up. Wake up! Wake up!
Yeah.
He might have been waking up already.
Yeah, but the way it came out, it was like, you don't have any evidence, and then I was like, maybe he got it later. I don't know how he got it, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, like these are things that I would like to know, Giancarlo. Yeah.
As I come on the pod,
like let me know. Yeah.
Jeez.
So
I've on TikTok now.
So there's more like misconduct when it comes to Jerry, and basically like it's just we could be here forever, but basically he takes a leave of absence and Liberty University pays for his rehab because remember tequila water, he's just moving mad. He's drunk, like I said, drunk with power, drunk with tequila. He's actually just moving crazy. Really? So now Arams is the journalist that Giancarlo is working with. Before his article can come out, he's trying to do up like he's trying to be like a journalist with integrity, which is great and I love that, but in this situation it backfires.
Isn't he like a detective?
No, he's a journalist.
Oh, I thought it
was there a detective?
Or a certain type of...
An investigative journalist.
Yeah, sorry.
He's not like a... I don't want to say names, block my destiny, but he's not like a random, I just write blog posts. Yeah. He literally is like, I'm going to investigate this, get all my facts, and then put out a comprehensive article that I know is true and I have fact checked, and I'm actually a fucking journalist who went to school for this, But before he can do that, the Falwells come out with a story.
Is it like a Washington Journal or something?
Yeah. They basically pay them to write a story, allegedly, saying that Giancarlo cheated with Becki and was trying to extort them for money. I was like, what?
I'd just be punching the air, fam.
Punching the air.
I'd just be like, yo, these men really, really tried to swindle me.
Like, raw. So then Aram's story, the truth, comes out. And then Jerry resigns. And then Liberty University sues him for $40 million. And then more people come out with stories about sexual assault within the uni. So poor uni culture and like the hypocrisy, and it's just
even like other people about Becki giving someone oral sex or something.
Yeah, like unsolicited. Yeah. Another young. That's what I'm saying. When you were saying before about like, he wasn't the only one.
That was a man on the roster.
Yeah. He probably was the top.
Yeah, he may have been the top man. That Olga at the top, but he was definitely giving. He was
definitely Olga at the top, but like, especially when he had his girlfriend, I think she thought, fuck it, like I need a backup.
I need a snack.
Yeah,
so I can't be main course every day.
Yeah,
sometimes chicken nuggets.
Sometimes chicken nuggets. Sometimes chicken selects.
Yeah,
but like this, fam. Watch the Hillsong one. If you guys haven't seen it, I mean, we covered it on the podcast as well, but if you've not seen the Hillsong documentary,
I'm gonna
watch it because honestly, 3 episodes, madness, yeah. But that's basically this documentary. Now it's time for
the real crime, I think, was the beard.
Our segment where we focus on something during the documentary that may not be criminal, but we definitely consider to be a crime. I'm gonna go first, yeah. The real crime, I think, was this scene where Jerry and Becki are basically joking about how they met, like when they started dating, yeah. Becki was 13 years old, yeah. And Jerry was 18.
It's not healthy.
What business does an 18-year-old have with a 13-year-old?
That's so funny. There's actually a TikTok where this comedian heckles these... Have you seen it?
No.
Comedian heckles these people at the front.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what's the age gap? They're like 6 years. Like, when did you meet? I was 14. How was he 20?
Stop it.
I'm like, how does it work? And it's the same thing. But the same thing I said before, these conservative white Christians...
That's fucked.
A lot of these man, that like even like our friends' parents, I was at school.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm 32, he's 45. When did you meet? Oh yeah, I was 50.
Because the thing is, we're not trying to say here that the age gap is mad. The age gap at that time is mad, and also it explains everything. I feel like when they said that, I was like, oh my god, that's why we're here. Because what's his name? Jerry is the only man that she has ever known, yeah. She's been fucking groomed by him, yeah. And it's like, now she's like, actually, I'm a big woman. I want to live my best life. How are you going to tell me I can't fuck other guys, yeah? When you literally took me from my mother's
it wasn't grooming, but like, it was borderline.
It was grooming, fam.
Oh, no,
a 13-year-old.
No. I mean Giancarlo.
Oh, Giancarlo, yeah. Giancarlo, borderline.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah, it kind of was. But then I think that Becki, like, she just wanted to fuck. Yeah, and I feel like she just wanted to like be somebody outside of Jerry.
But also as well, if you're 30, that is no adventure, no sexual experiences. You've had
13, 18.
one wood. I want to know how long that they were doing, how long that they were monogamous until they started to look outward for inspiration. Because she must have just been like, yo.
This is too much.
And the thing is, because what was that woman said? Like, it was kind of weird how close they were.
Yeah, like they were just like intertwined, and I mean, the thing is, and that's why I think like the grooming situation in terms of their relationship is fucked, because she's literally 13. Like, you literally have shaped who she is as a person. Like, you literally are one. You're just, and then also it's like, bro, like, you're fucking weird. What, you're telling me there was no 17-year-old that was on you? Because when guys do that, when guys are always with younger girls, it's very suspect.
No,
it's like, why don't girls your age rate you?
Listen,
it's weird.
No. This is a fact, and this is another reason. Like, things that I had a conversation with someone I was talking to, and she was like, when older girls, I was like, why don't girls your age like you?
Yeah, exactly.
And you soon find out why.
You clock it. Because it's like, just because I'm younger than you, I'm not always dumb. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
They're not always dumb. It's fucking weird. And then the real crime, I think, was Jerry throwing Becki under the bus to save himself, basically saying she's fucking cheat. Yeah. The real crime, I also think, was Nigel Farage. Yeah, we see Nigel Farage in this clip, and I'm just like, of course you'd be friends. Of course you and Jerry would be friends. They're like on stage together. I think it comes with waste man. I was like, you got everyone to vote Brexit, then you fucked off. Fuck all of them. Anyway, what's your real crime?
My real crime was the Liberty University having black people rap their when they rap their their theme song or whatever.
Oh my god!
And
nary a blackface was seen in the thing.
Not a blackface was seen, and your university is in Lynchburg.
That's the biggest crime.
Listen,
I think that's the biggest crime
to me.
Lynchburg,
and it's the crime just trying to deny that you're like a white supremacist. Like, my brother, it's
who you are, innit? If the shoe fits, wear the fucking heel.
Just brand it, man. Like, accept it. You're racist.
Yeah.
You uphold white supremacy.
It's like, don't bring God into it. Don't do that.
Just don't bring God.
Don't do that.
Well, that's probably the real crime.
I know that if Forenz was here, she would have said the real crime was Trump. So I'm gonna put that out there because I know that's exactly what she would have said.
Yeah, but white supremacy, Trump. Like,
all of that, hand in hand, same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good documentary. Would you recommend watching it?
100%. I sent it to him. As soon as I finished this morning, I said, "Yo, man, watch this."
It's
a calm one. It's an easy watch because
it's an easy watch.
It's because, like, it's so funny. I use this and then it's like, you know how TikTok, to keep someone's attention after that change thing, change. You'll be going down
and then sharp left.
The Fernandez are back.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, they've gone. You think they're gone, and then they'll just come back and ask for more money. Yeah. And then picture this, and then Trump.
It's so well done. And the thing is, the way they snuck the Trump into it, I was like, nah, you man are crazy.
That's quite important.
Because I didn't realise we were going to get... Because when I first saw it, I thought, okay, do you know what? Cuckolding, bit of sex, scandal, yeah? But it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that.
And one thing that was really good was that the trailer did not give away absolutely anything.
Yeah, exactly.
What I thought the documentary would be, you're trying to like anticipate.
It's like that in the first like half an hour, and then after that, you're
first
like,
half an hour. Like the first 5 minutes, like, and then when it cut to like the title screen, like in the first 5 minutes, I was like, she said something like 7 years. I said 7 years. I thought maybe they just chopped and there were photos came out. Nah, this team was incest, like just crazy,
mad.
Like web of lies.
Absolutely correct. No, it was a great documentary. Next week I'll be back with another amazing guest while Forenz is on her hiatus, and we're going to be covering a sports documentary. We're going to be doing Malice in the Palace. Have you seen it?
No, but that's...
Oh my god, but you know the story, innit?
Yeah, but that's literally in all of our group chats here. Probably make me watch it together.
It's crazy. It's on Netflix, the Untold series. It is... I've watched it so many times, it's crazy. It's like every time I've watched it, I'm like, Rob, it's mad, even though I know what's going to happen. So I'll play the trailer for you at the end. Also, heads up, this episode I recorded like 3-4 weeks ago because I've been trying to get these episodes out. But I think I mentioned something about Love is Blind. And so I'm up to date now. So if you hear it, okay, cool. But you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, 2 Girls 1 Doc podcast, 2 Girls 1 Doc everywhere else. Do you want the people to find you? Of course you do. You can find him on Spotify, Kwaku Asante. Yes. On Twitter. What's your Twitter? What's your Instagram? It's
KWAKU, then the letter X ASANTE on all socials.
I'm going to tag him anyway.
Instagram, tag me.
And also listen to his music because it's great.
There you go.
Amazing. So before I play the trailer for next week's episode, just some housekeeping. So basically, we're taking a break from the podcast, okay? The month of January, there will be no episodes. Why? because a bitch needs to rest and reset and all that kind of stuff, okay? However, it gives you guys a chance to catch up on the episodes. I say that, but like if you're here, you probably have caught up. Anyway, don't matter. Listen to the old ones, innit? So to compensate though for not being here in January, I'm basically going to give you guys 2 episodes a week for the next 3 weeks, okay? So if you want to binge them, binge them. If you want to be smart and take your time with them, take your time with them. But I'm going to put out an episode on Sunday and Wednesdays up until the 21st, and then nothing until February. So just letting you know. Also, Forenza's wedding is coming up, so I'm gonna vlog. Well, I say I'm gonna vlog it. I'm planning to vlog it, innit? So then hopefully by the time we're back, there'll be a vlog on YouTube, innit? So subscribe so you can see when it drops. Is there anything you want to say to the people then before we play the trailer?
Hope you've enjoyed. I love being on here with my sister.
You're such an artist,
very,
man.
very proud.
I hope you enjoyed the show.
I loved it. No, but yeah, the thing for having me, just to say, yeah, she's doing amazing. Keep listening to her. So I listen to it. So yeah. This is good.
All right, beautiful people. Bye. Bye.
That night had a lasting effect. It ignited everything. I'm never talking about this shit again. Can you get that on camera?
A fight broke out between the Pacer team and the fans in the stand.
It was like a powder keg. From the corner of my eye, I see it coming.
Some people have control. I don't.
Artesta's in the stands! They want to blame us. These guys are thugs.
Fans have such an emotional investment. There's a darkness there.
The NBA was worried about their perception.
It cost all of us everything.
The Palace had a VHS tape for each and every camera.
I want the story out there. Go frame by frame.
If you actually knew what happened, you wouldn't even be asking questions.